Hello and welcome back to the 2021 Shuffleit Championship. I'm playing against jonts in the round of 128, and hopefully, as I can see on OBS should be the case, I will actually have recorded audio this time. Yeah, so I kind of drew a bomb here in this round in that jonts, although I am a significantly higher seed than jonts is. Jonts is a really good player, has been in A for at least a couple seasons, was in the championship a couple seasons ago, and just has a really, really high fee. So, unfortunate for me, but I have played jonts before. I don't think it's like by any means impossible that I would be able to win this match, so we'll see how it goes. On this board, we appear to have altar for trashing, mint. John's getting an oracle. There's advance, so you can see why that would make why we might want to just stuff some terminals in our deck. We're going to want to advance into an altar. It is worth noting that there's no villages here, so draw is going to be a problem. We're going to want to be able to get a mint, and we're probably just going to want to play like some forums, and then like I don't know what that terminal of choice ends up being. And this is, yeah, I actually have no idea how to open here. If we manage to line a terminal up with a horse traders, then we can advance it and still buy something. I guess that's good. Grab a horse traders. We can always advance the horse traders if we don't want it. So double oracle. Okay. Is oracle what I want now, or do I want develop? If I get develop and I develop an estate, I can top deck something that I can then advance the next turn. Sure. Okay, so here we have the choice of play the horse traders, discard copper estate, advance the develop, and buy like a 4. That seems pretty reasonable to me. And do I just want like a silver? Do I want another horse traders for more advanced tricks? I don't really have anything to advance particular right now. Just take like, I don't know, like an armory is really awkward. Like, I would like to be able to get a mint off. What's the best way to do that? Maybe that is draw. Maybe I should have taken a Wayfarer, but I don't know. Let's go with Oracle for now. I think I could probably use a silver at this point too. Cool. Rip altar. Yeah, that was a turn that I just had. Okay, so we can get a 5 and advance the Oracle. I think that's what I want to do. We could even potentially just take 2 forums. We could also take a Wayfarer. I think I like getting a Wayfarer. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna get another silver. I definitely do feel like I don't really know how to play this board. Getting a bunch of forums will at least mean that we have some sifting, so even if we never get like a big mint off, should be like okay. Alright, so we probably want to play altar here. I'm just gonna take another forum. Yeah. Oh my god. What? My altar! Why? Ugh. Okay. The mint thing is not looking so promising. I think I'm gonna... If I play Forum and Wayfarer, I get through the rest of my shuffle, so I think I'm gonna do that. I guess we're gonna gain silver. Just taking province at this point? I guess so. Maybe we don't need gold. Maybe gold is for chumps. That could be the case. Should I hang on to this horse traders? I guess so. We can discard it with the next forum. Okay. Would rather play altar or buy... Wait. We're not going to get to buy province if we keep the horse traders, right? We play... We discard 2 cards, and then we have to discard copper. Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? Okay. Right, I'm not crazy. We discard those 2, and then this discards 2 more. Yeah, doesn't work. So let's do that. Grab another forum. I guess I will grab a gold then. Should I... Should I just take another forum, or should I consider... I've already got enough terminals in my deck. I guess I could consider getting a duchy at this point. Maybe I should have altered the horse traders. Might have made more sense. I think I'm gonna get a forum. I am about to trigger a shuffle. I think I'll get a forum here, and then we can consider the... Okay. No forums. We can hit 6 if we play the horse traders, which isn't really that exciting. So I'm gonna play this. Buy a duchy. I do think that having my altar skipped twice was pretty bad. Yeah, that I'm not gonna know what to do with. Okay. Now we are down by 2 provinces. That's only 7. So I guess I'm gonna keep the altar. Okay, so we can grab a duchy and a province? No. No, we cannot grab a duchy and a province. That's frustrating. That is very frustrating. Well, we need province more than we need... I mean, we could play this other forum. That's a lot of stuff to miss my shuffle, though. Eh. The alternative would be to, like, take 2 duchies. There's some logic to that. We take province here. There's 3 provinces left, and we're down a province. Well, not quite a province, but let's see. Then if Johns hits province and there's 2 provinces left, yeah, I think I should play the altar while I have the opportunity. I mean, obviously, having a bunch of duchies instead of provinces is not so great, but... Interesting. Okay. Do we keep the altar... and play that? Or do we play the Wayfarer? We have 7 in hand, so we can very likely get to province. Alternatively, we can take 2 duchies again. I think I'm actually going to go with that. We take province, we're up by 2. 3 provinces left. We alternate out. John still wins. I think I'm going to go with... Okay, that's not great. That is not great. Do I take an estate here? I might need to, unfortunately. Johns has the same decision. Yeah. Okay, so once again, if we discard this way, we don't actually hit province. So... yeah, this is just by province, I guess. Two provinces left. I am the only one with plus buy in my deck for what that's worth. I mean, obviously alter is another way to get multiple cards. Jonts has seen his altar, and... But, I mean, there's forum to trigger a shuffle. I probably did not take enough treasures this game. The horse traders was pretty bad after the opening. Should have found a way to get rid of it. That's good. The Jonts revealed 2 forums. Not afford province, okay. And neither can I guess. I guess I'm buying Duchy Estate. Here. And now 5 doesn't do me any good. Gotta buy an estate on 5. I guess so. Very annoying. This is a sad state of affairs. We can take the last 2 estates. Cowabunga. Well, I'm actually in a pretty reasonable position now, aside from the fact that my deck should be significantly worse. If I can just claw my way to a province. Somehow. This is not a bad starting hand to be able to do that. We may also, I don't know, spend some time buying treasure just to, or I mean, alternatively, empty the forums is a possibility. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I won that. What the heck? I'll certainly take it. I will certainly take it. I actually had more silver than Jonts. I did not realize that. 1 on Jonts' start even. Good stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out how to play this board. Vampire looks pretty good. There's no plus buy, so Highway's pretty limited. Vampire and Sculptor. I guess you can do a Sculptor thing, though. You can... I mean, it's pretty... It requires a lot of terminal space. The only villages are Sculptor, sort of, and Bazaar. There's nothing to open on 3 except silver, so I guess we're doing that. And then... Do we want... Yeah, Priest or Exorcist? I think Priest. We want to be able to hit Vampire. I'm not thrilled about getting other silver here. John's going for Sculptor over Vampire. Okay. I guess I will. There's just a lot of stuff we want to hit on, or get to on 5, but not thrilled about it. I kind of want another Priest, but I guess I'm going to get a Sculptor first, probably. Or... Well... Yeah, I think I'll take the Sculptor. Okay, here I'm going to get another Priest, and then I really need a Bazaar. Maybe I should have just gotten the Bazaar. That was what I was mulling. Sculpting an Exorcist is an interesting option if we don't want a silver and are looking at potential not being able to play what we sculpt. So, do we want to go double Bazaar here, or do we want to get some draw? That is the question. I'm going to go double Bazaar. Oh. This is not the way. Third Priest seems like a lot. I don't really want to buy an Exorcist. Could go with nothing. We could take another silver. I'll go with nothing. Hopefully you can't hear the beeping outside my window, but if you can, I apologize. Alright, this time we will, I think, take silver. I mean, we're not going to get a villager out of it. So I guess the alternative is we just trash and take a 5. I guess I don't really want silver in my deck that much, so I'm gonna go with not taking the silver. Should remember that we have Ox as an option as well. Anyway, yeah, so it's time for draw. Well, can't play both of these. Not usefully, anyway. I think another Catacombs Then maybe start thinking about highways a bit. Not super relevant right now, but like ultimately we want to be able to like sculpt province sort of thing. So I do want to get some highways eventually. I guess Johnson's thinking the same thing. All right, now I will take a silver. I can hit 5. Villager. Let's get a highway. Try some copper. Find catacombs at the bottom of our shuffle. That's a good looking turn for jonts. Possible that it's correct to buy province at this point, because like you can't buy multiple provinces per turn. You can sculpt them, but you got to get a bunch of highways. Oh, I hadn't considered. I guess it doesn't matter. The Exorcist can gain a bunch of money after your buy phase, which is kind of funny. I do want both of these cards. Not. I only have the one catacombs. I guess I'll just take them. Okay, so we could take an Exorcist ourselves. Although I guess I might as well do... Actually, we're gonna sculpt an Exorcist. Then we probably want to trash silver. Or, well, yeah. Yeah. Alright, we take another highway here. Another bazaar. Well, we can get 2 such cards. I think 1 highway in play is enough to sculpt 5s. But we might want another one to make it more likely to actually happen. Oh, we have to watch out for the fact that that's gonna be a nombo with Exorcist. Might want another sculptor at this point. I just don't know if I have enough catacombs. I can sculpt a sculptor if I... Yeah, let's grab another catacombs. Highway as Ox will give us our discount, so that's probably better than playing it. I mean, we have played a couple bazaars last turn. We may have another bazaar down here. I don't actually remember. I think we don't, though, so I think I'm going to just play that highway as Ox. Jonts, I could believe Jonts has 4 bazaars to my 2. Or that I triggered a shuffle the previous turn with my third bazaar if I have it. That would also be believable. Alright, not such an impressive turn that time. That's not really what I'm looking for. So if we sculpt, I mean, we could sculpt, spend our villager to sculpt a bazaar, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. These are cards that I want, I guess. What else do I have down there, though? I think, yeah, another Bazaar. Bazaar. Don't even need to play the imp. Okay, so we're gonna trash 2 coppers with the bat. Conceivably exercise the other priest at this point. That still doesn't get us an imp, though. It gets us a wisp. I guess we can also just trash 1, but why? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't think we need a second priest right now. Although, we don't need the silvers either. So maybe... Right, this turn we trash silver. We probably do want another sculptor at this point. Let's grab that. Trash. That. That. Oh, we can. Oh, that is how that works. Okay. Well, that's good then. Leave it to me to not remember how things work. So long as we're trashing something that's not discounted to 0. I mean, at this point, when we gain more highways, it's going to be... Silver is going to be discounted to 0, so it probably will. Well, assuming we even take silver, which we probably won't, actually. So we each have 2 highways, we each have 2 sculptors. I have an extra catacombs. Jonts has an extra bazaar. We're in fairly similar situations. I have a vampire. So only really need 2 more highways to start scoring. In earnest. I don't expect to necessarily be able to sculpt 2 highways this turn, but I guess that should probably be the goal. If I can gain 1 off of the vampire, that also works. Although it would be kind of nice to go straight for vampiring a highway, maybe? I mean, a province. Okay, so clearly start with Imp, Czar, and Catacombs. Sure, I'll take that. Alright, so let's another bizarre highway. So now we can definitely sculpt highway. I do wonder whether we should get more sculptors. We could also do that with the vampire potentially. Not going to need to play all these catacombs. That much is clear. I guess I can play this bizarre, given that. Yeah, we could imp sculptor. Play or to gain. So we gain. I guess probably makes more sense to gain another sculptor. We potentially have a lot of plus actions here. Right? Because we can play like all of these plus actions. You don't need to trash anything. I mean, should at least leave myself the option just in case, I guess, but... So if we... There's also the pile situation to consider. If we sculpt 3 sculptors... We'll have 6 sculptors to Jonts' 4. And it might be too many sculptors, but I don't think there's any way Jonts could pile off of that. Like, Jonts has 5 gains. So I think the only reason not to do that would basically be if we think that, like, it's the risk of failing to draw is too high. I could sculpt 3 sculptors, and then right, let's sculpt 1 more sculptor at the very least. Right. We can grab the last 2 sculptors. We can grab another bizarre. That will help with the draw situation. Oh, if we do that, then we can't safely gain another highway, which we do need to do. So maybe not. So yeah, we need to leave at least 6 cards between highway sculptors and bizarres. We could go bizarre highway. That would... We could go sculptor bizarre highway. Then there'd be 7. Although leaving sculptors doesn't help. So no, that doesn't work. Well, it does if we take enough points, but I don't know how we would do that. Because any sculptors, Jonts can just sculpt the sculptors and then keep on. So we need to leave... We can't take any bizarres, I think, is the conclusion. If we need to take 1 highway at a minimum, and that leaves 6 cards between bizarres and highways. So we either need to take no bizarres, or we need to take more than 6 points. I don't really know how we would do that. So I think I will take another sculptor and take a highway and do we want to take another sculptor? So like, what's the advantage of having a 6th sculptor? I don't know that there is one, really. Don't know that there is one. We can already vampire for province, and probably should. We could sculpt another catacombs. That doesn't lower piles in a dangerous way. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Or we could sculpt a vampire. Yep, with... Oh, why would we do that? That doesn't make sense. Never mind. We could actually take a silver. We exercise that, play the priest. We get a villager. Is that better than having other catacombs? Hard to say. Having the villager means we can play a catacombs first without needing to ox anything. I think I will do that, actually. And trash it. Alright, I've kind of forgot I have a buy this turn. But yeah, let's trash silver and our actions. So we can take 2 provinces, and then Johns takes like 5. And then I have to take some duchies. I should be able to do. I guess that's what we're gonna do. That didn't do anything. Oh, well, I can't take a province because Johns can take 5 provinces. Right? 4 sculptors and a buy. So should I just take a duchy now? Does Johns have 4 sculptors? Or does Johns have 3 sculptors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Johns has 4 sculptors. Yeah, I guess I have to take a duchy. This does not look great. This doesn't look great either. I mean, we can sculpt a draw card, but we kind of need our sculptors for gains. I mean, there was definitely a world where Johns like just failed to draw because Johns only has 2 catacombs. Does have more imps than I do, but that world has obviously not come to pass. Also, apparently isn't as thin as I am. I did discard 2 highways. Wait. Johns can't actually sculpt provinces. Why did I take duchy there? I didn't realize... Right? There's 4 highways left. Johns has 3 of them. Yeah, he has to sculpt a highway first. Damn it, I could have taken a province. That was stupid. Ugh. That was stupid. Why not play those as oxes? Maybe it doesn't matter, but... Yeah, I totally could have taken a province. I mean, I guess from a gains standpoint, it kind of doesn't matter, but it kind of does because the vampire was able to gain a province that cost 5, whereas sculptor can only do it if it costs 4. Yeah. That was definitely an oversight. I guess I could have also offered a tie if I had driven the piles down a little further. Oh, okay. Sculpting vampires is definitely a way to get around that restriction, so maybe I did the right thing after all. But if Jonts doesn't win the game here, then, like... Oh, are you serious? Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess I have to discard the Bazaar and play the Sculptor. That's horrendous. Diluted? That doesn't matter. That... I don't know if that matters. Wait, how am I even gonna... I needed to... The Sculptor is... Oh my god. Okay, I guess I just... lose. Yeah, I needed to keep the Bazaar. I would have needed 2 villagers to be able to like sculpt catacombs, play catacombs non-terminally. So Johns has 6 provinces. If I get 7, yeah. I am not sure how exactly that one got away from me. It might have just been that I was too slow to get to greening phase. It felt like we were at about the same pace, but I guess Johns was player 2, and yet we reached it about the same point, but Johns did it like the turn before I did, so I guess that's that. But I'm not sure why. In any event, this kingdom, we've got... So... Lookout is the estate trashing. Then we got counterfeit. I guess Lookout is also the curse trashing, if that comes into play, which it might well, because Soothsayer with counterfeit looks better than it might otherwise. Draw is weak, at least. So Lookout Silver, I guess, is probably what I'm opening here. Not super likely to hit 5, but it's possible. It is possible. So definitely I think counterfeit is the way to go as first 5. I do think I want to pick up a soothsayer after that. Getting rid of curses with lookout is going to be awkward for sure. Gaining golds is going to be pretty nice, so yeah, wishing well. Obviously the pickup on 3. Boy, is Jonts getting some wishing wells. That's John's first estate trash? Dang. I guess. Yeah. I was kind of thinking Johns must have played. Um, must have played lookout more to not have been able to hit 5, but not. I don't know if. I guess it's possible that Johns is just prioritizing hammering the wishing wells, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, my counterfeit's down there. Okay. I guess I do want to play this wishing well. And I guess we'll wish for another copper. So 6, 7, 8 versus 8, 9. I guess there's not too much reason to trash the silver. Could just go double wishing well here, or we could pick up a 5. Festival is not like that exciting on this board. Picking up a second counterfeit seems like a little much with the lookout in the deck. I'm gonna take a wishing well. How do we feel about one festival? I think I'd rather just get 2 wishing wells. Alright. In theory, I should know what that card is. I'm pretty sure it's an estate. And I don't want to guess it. So I'm going to guess province. Now I am going to take the last wishing well. And I almost clicked on estate there, like just because, like, I can get my wish right. Oh boy! Oh. Just imagine the excitement. Got one of the curses. Oh, here comes Soothsayer. Okay. So, I think this is actually another Wishing Well. Yep. Alright, at this point, what we really want to see is Soothsayer, but it's not as likely as... Well, I guess I wouldn't mind seeing Lookout either. Okay. That was the more reasonable guess, really. Okay, I really would like to see Lookout because otherwise I trigger a shuffle with it. Dang it. Okay. I guess I'm buying Province here. Do I want a Haven? I guess Haven could be alright. It's too bad that Wishing Well isn't like +1 action, name a card, blah blah blah, +1 card, so that you get to like wish first and then draw a card. Road Network, sure, okay. Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating for sure. We probably want the counterfeit more than the Wishing Well. Yes, Wishing Well again. Nope, okay. And I will also buy a Road Network. Should I get a second Haven? Sure. I don't think I want any more than that, but... two could be alright. I could have, obviously, like, counterfeited gold there or something to hit Province, but... kind of want the Road Network anyway. Going forward, I think we will just make sure we hit Province when we have the opportunity with counterfeit. For that particular instance. Alright, this should be another Wishing Well, I think. Yeah. Alright, now we really want our counterfeit. Haven, alright. We play Lookout now? Yeah. Need this, I guess. So, I would have 10, 11, 12 if I found the counterfeit, which is not actually that exciting, so let's switch for Soothsayer. Ooh, let's go. Seven card starting hand for jonts, though. The nice thing about this turn, if I can find my... Well, I guess it's not very likely that I draw that far, even with 3 Wishing Wells in my starting hand. Like, the curse is sitting right there, right? So if I can get far enough into the shuffle and buy... or not buy, find my Lookout. It's not actually that likely. Okay, I guess with seeing 2 coppers, we should probably guess gold at this point, right? We have some of those. But okay, can we double province here? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, we can. Looking pretty good. I mean, I think my first several shuffles looked to have been like just much better distributed than Jonts's. I hit Counterfeit and Soothsayer both way faster than Jonts did, despite having the same openings and being player 2. So I think that's pretty much what's going on here. I take too much credit for that. Through the lookout. I think we might be at the point where we don't want to just play the lookout, but then again, like, what's the worst case scenario? We like trash a gold or something because we have another gold that we're gonna draw. Like, whatever. Let's play it. Trash a haven. That's fine. Okay, so we discarded a wishing well. We still have a bunch of wishing wells. We also have gold. Probably have more gold. Well, I don't have the ability to buy province, and I don't want to buy duchy. So I don't know what to do. Do I want a silver? Not really. At this point, do I want a haven? Not really, because I want to have more accurate guesses. I think I'm just gonna... I could mission, I guess. But I'm likely to hit province next turn, so... Maybe not as likely as I thought, but still. There's a decent chance here, especially if Jonts buys a green card, which he does kind of need to do. Unlike me, he needs to buy duchies. Most likely. I mean, conceivably, if he curses me a couple times and or trashes and I don't respond, he could win or tie off of the last 2 provinces, but most likely he needs to buy a duchy. Okay, well. We've seen both of our wishing wells. Gold. Yeah, gold is the thing. Is this a shuffle I want to trigger? Alright. I don't think so, because I do have a bunch of gold. I mean, I do have Province Curse Copper, but... gold is kind of the best card in my deck at this point. I guess we know we're playing at least 5 games, so sure. I mean, it doesn't actually matter. Anyway, I should have done that. Cool. So apparently second player is best player in this match. That is what I have learned. Okay. We've got Forager, we got Counterfeit again. Is Forager the only plus buy? Looks that way. No, well, Counterfeit. Trashing is the only plus buy. Let's put it that way. We still don't really have draw. Well, I think probably going Forager Silver and then probably want to pick up some supplies. But other than that, like, I don't know, we just want money. There's just not very much. I mean, I guess there's distant lands, so that's like something we can play with, but we can get Counterfeit. Oh, I guess, yeah, Counterfeit doesn't have to trash, so our plus buy does not require trashing. Anyway, we can get some points off distant lands, but they're not going to be like quick to play necessarily. Although I guess if we thin down enough, we're mostly playing supplies, which I do think is better than silver. Hans very much appears to agree. Oh, hey, Changeling. Should I just take 2 supplies, or should I take... Oh, we can only get a 4 anyway. Yeah. I don't think it's like important to win the supply split or anything, but just not a whole lot going on. Like, maybe I should have taken a gold, I don't know. Okay, there is a copper in the trash. That's good. I think I'm actually gonna take distant lands to have exactly 5. And here, I think I will take a gold. I don't think I'm going to want to put multiple distant lands into my deck. We don't have a village. We could buy one, but... It's like... Vagrant distant lands, maybe? I guess if I hit 4, okay, bank. I guess if I hit 4, I'll consider picking up a farming village. Oh god. So annoying. I guess bank is pretty good with all the supplies, huh? Maybe that's why jonts went so hard for the supplies. Still haven't found distant lands. Oh, this turn maybe I'll buy another and trash this hovel. Since I did just see my forager. Wait, don't steal my ideas. There's no reason not to take a vagrant, yeah. I do not have any plus buy down here, do I? But I want to play my distant lands. No! Come on! Well, I guess I'm buying province. Jeez. Of course, John sees distant lands immediately. Sure. Why not? Stop it! Oh, you can turn this off. I was thinking... Oh, no, wait. That probably doesn't do... Never exchange. There we go. There we go. I guess I never said what the format of this match was, did I? I like updated the little score template and everything without saying exactly why that was the case. So it's first a 3.5. If you, I believe, if you tie reaching 3.5, then like that necessarily means that you tied in game 7. At which point, second player wins the tie. All right, so we do not have enough for Distant Lands Province. We're definitely going to buy 1 Distant Lands. We just buy 2 and hope that they don't collide. Which, I mean, you know, is, or we could take like another bank. I think I'll take both of the Distant Lands. I mean, let's make sure that I don't get like shut out of the last one if Jonts were to hit double Distant Lands himself. They probably will collide, actually. I mean, I don't know. We have enough horses. We've thinned enough. It's probably more likely than not. I'm really not sure about that one way or another, but Jonts can hit Distant Lands Province and presumably will, yeah. Well, I can't hit Province, so I guess I play on. And I still can't. So that's fun. Do I take a duchy, or is duchy too gross? Like, I could take a gold. Makes me a lot more likely to hit province in the future. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a gold. Maybe next time, if we whiff province, I'll take duchy, but... And I think that last turn... I guess... Without the distant lands itself in the way, we do still have one more to get through, but... I would have... Well, I could have drawn province. But... Or did I already have the province in my hand? Maybe I did. I don't remember. No, doesn't look like it. So... I'm just thinking about my general odds to hit province here. How representative that turn was. Second counterfeit, that makes some sense. Okay, so you probably don't want to trash with the counterfeit. It makes the bank worth more for one thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. One more distant lands to get down for each of us, I believe. Yes. There's jonts. Obviously, I got mine. So I do have a silver and 2 golds that jonts doesn't have. Jonts has an extra counterfeit and more supplies. And I'm assuming it's 6-4, but I wasn't paying super close attention. I don't think it can possibly be 7-3. I think overall, I do like my position. Interesting play order there. Ooh. Not quite able to buy the double province. That would have been... Hey, good job, Vagrant. I am not able to buy province at all. Another gold or duchy? I think... I think gold. Still. It's just the fact that we have no draw means we really don't want to those duchies in our deck, and we really want to be able to buy provinces and not duchies. It is worth noting that there are 2 piles empty, so like with plus buy, you know, in theory, like maybe there could be a sneaky thing on Vagrants or something, but right now there's only 3 of them gone, so it's... Jonts has max like 4 buys, but on a turn where Jonts has all of those buys in hand is not going to be generating necessarily that much money, depending on whether the counterfeits are lined up with anything. I don't know. Jonts doesn't have like any golds, right? So like I guess counterfeiting bank could still be powerful depending on, but you know, you'd have to get like all the supplies into play first and stuff. I don't know how likely that is. I mean, in theory, Jonts could have like a crazy turn where he plays a bunch of supplies and then counterfeit bank or something like that, generates like 1,000,000 coins, but the odds that that all like comes together shouldn't be that high. I mean, I certainly would have taken bank over gold if I'd had the opportunity, but I had 3 different hands with 6, so gold it was. Oh, counterfeiting supplies. Huh. I guess if that's what you need to do... Oh. What? I'm very confused by that. You get the extra horse, but I don't understand that decision. Powers up Forager and goes for 2 duchies. Interesting. Alright. This is a lot of stuff. So right now we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we could go province duchy. Without triggering a shuffle. We were willing... Well, if we were willing to counterfeit the bank... I guess is the bank in play when... Does that matter? 6, 7, 8... 4 and 4. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. So if I'm willing to counterfeit the bank, then I can double province here. I'm still only up by 1 province with 2 provinces left. And jonts did just top deck a bunch of horses. 5, to be exact. If I draw on, I might be able to hit double province without counterfeiting the bank, but I will have triggered a shuffle that has a couple provinces in it. It also has a gold in the rest of my supplies, so it's not like terrible, but... I'm 1 coin short of just foraging the horse and having that hit double province. If I could do that, I would. I guess, does counterfeiting gold work? So that would give us 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It works if we also forage the horse. Of course, if we're going to double province, then maybe we do want to trigger a shuffle. Huh. Yeah. Okay, let's play the horse. Okay, so now... Forge copper, counterfeit copper are worth the same. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so we can definitely hit double province. We do better than that? Forge copper is just as good as bank seeing the copper twice, so we might as well forge the copper. We might as well play 2 golds. So if we counterfeit the bank, we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think we have 23 then. No, well, if the bank is considered in play, like while it's being played. Then we get 8, 11, 12, 13, and 12, and we can triple province. Okay, it should logically be the case that it's like you play the treasure twice and then you trash it, so it should still be in play. I guess I'm just gonna try it and see. Yup. Okay. That was definitely the play. Now maybe jonts can still beat that because jonts does have 4 buys. So jonts can hit province triple duchy or province double duchy estate. And that could include like an annex. But I don't actually know whether jonts can do that. It's going to depend on whether he has like the banks and counterfeits and stuff lined up. This definitely turned out to be more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I will say that. Yeah, the annex part means it really probably just comes down to having the buys. Because like province duchy estate is only 15. But if jonts doesn't have all 3 of counterfeit, forager in hand, doesn't matter. Unless he can counterfeit, I guess that would also do it. Okay, it actually seems pretty likely that jonts wins here. The fact that he's hesitating suggests maybe not. Still has got to have both counterfeits in hand, which with seeing 11 out of 16 cards is like probably more likely than not, but it maybe not by that much. But yeah, I would think with both counterfeits in hand, so long as you can, play a decent number of supplies, counterfeit the bank, you're not going to have too much trouble hitting 15. I think what I did was still correct though, because like leaving an extra province probably doesn't help. Like, I mean, jonts has to get more money, but then like doesn't need as many buys. And can just like single counterfeit bank or something. So I think that was my best line. So we have 3 provinces across the shuffle, 2 provinces in this part of the shuffle, one of which is in our hand. So if we get another turn in which we're probably not hitting province, I guess the question is, do we want to play Vagrant first or second relative to this horse? Oh, Forager produces an extra coin now too. Ooh. If jonts could also take a tie here if jonts has 1 counterfeit in hand, province double duchy. So I guess that might be part of the decision. Anyway, like triggering a shuffle is probably good here. So I think I'm gonna play the Vagrant second. Like Vagrant is 33% to draw a province. If I play it first, and presumably less than that if I play it second. And if it does draw a province, then the horse triggers a shuffle, and there's a lot more potential for like having more of a turn at that point, because it like the first card off the top of my deck that I'm putting into my hand doesn't have to be a province. So maybe that is the way to go. Even though, like, I don't trigger the shuffle if I don't hit the province. Like, the fact that, like, I might want to play for the upside of actually being able to buy province. Yeah, because if I play the horse first, I mean, I saw all three of my golds. I trashed my bank, and my counterfeit. Not, I didn't trash the counterfeit. I saw the counterfeit. I played like one supplies, so two of the. It's probably supplies province in there. Making the supplies miss the shuffle. Well, I don't know that part. Whatever, but yeah, if I draw two supplies, I will be able to hit duchy. Counterfeiting supplies. Playing supplies, playing a bank, playing two banks. So that's definitely enough for the tie. Gonna take it. I mean, there's an argument for jonts not to take the tie here. Because although jonts has 10 cards to go through the shuffle, well, he did just top deck 5 horses. It's like, I'm almost certainly not going to hit province. I don't know if jonts knows that. Jonts does know that. Okay, so annex. I don't know why you would annex here, but I mean, I don't think it does anything. Like, you don't have a shuffle, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, probably my best out is to draw the province and then have the horse find a gold. If I don't find the province, I don't trigger the shuffle, but that is probably, well, it's probably not going to matter. Actually, for what it's worth, it means I can annex. That's, yeah, okay. Nope. Nope, dope, dope, dope. Okay. So should I annex? I think the answer is yes. I can make a lot of stuff miss my shuffle. I don't need a forager, really. Do I? It's not going to hurt, I guess. It's a better card than... Yeah, okay. I guess we'll keep the forager on top. I mean, most likely I just lose here. But maybe there's a chance that I don't. I don't know. Jonts has less of his deck in his hand now than he did last turn, at least. Yeah, actually not triggering the shuffle. Well, I mean, if I could have bought... Can jonts pile on changelings? Or is he just styling? Just styling. Okay. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I needed to go for it there with the Vagrant. I think that was the correct decision. Maybe not triggering the shuffle the previous turn would have actually been better, as it turns out, because jonts didn't have quite as good of a turn. But then again, no, like, he had... I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. It was close, though, despite my supplies disadvantage, which apparently was a bigger deal than I thought. Maybe. I'm not totally sure. Okay, so... we can draw here with Diplomat. I guess. Fishing Village can also activate it for what that's worth. And then there's also, we can just like play Minstrel before. So... there's no plus buy, is there? Okay, there's Cobbler and Sculptor for gains. But there's no plus buy. And there's no trashing. I think we want to... I don't think we want silver. I think we want Fishing Village, yeah. And then... okay, so if we manage to have 5 here, which we did, I think we want Sculptor as first 5. Cobbler versus Sculptor. Sculptor's obviously faster. Cobbler's non-terminal. How much does that matter? I don't know that it does. Sculptor gaining a potion to buy apothecaries does give us a what's it? Villager, which is nice. I think I'm gonna go for Sculptor. Could consider Cobbler here if we don't get attacked, which we probably will, but I guess not, because jonts would have already clicked the button. Oh, never mind. I did not notice the seal Wandering Minstrel. Well, jonts must have Militia in hand. Yeah, I was going to say. I would have liked to be able to afford Diplomat, but not to be. Do we want another Fishing Village, or do we actually want... do we possibly want a Sage? Sage does skip a lot of bad cards, right? I think I'm going to get... we do have 2 terminals in the deck. I think I'm going to get 1 more Fishing Village first. Okay. And now I think I'm going to take a Sage. Okay, so we could sculpt Diplomat and try to find our Militia. I think that's the way. No such luck. Alright, do we want another Diplomat, or do we want a Minstrel? I think a Diplomat. Well, that may have turned out to be the wrong decision. I guess we'll see if we get attacked here. Nope. Oh, hey, we have a fishing village in play. How about that? How about that? All right, what are we sculpting? What are we sculpting? Could just take a minstrel, I guess. Just to get some crap out of the way. This should find fishing village. I would not mind having my hand right now. So we could just straight up buy province. I don't know how I feel about that. I do not know. I mean, ultimately, that is the goal. And there's no plus buy. It's just, I don't know if, like, we're not going to keep buying province this way, right? We're not going to keep having turns this good consistently by any means. What would we do instead? Probably take another sculptor. Save a copper. Maybe save a state. I don't know. How likely are we to be attacked? Maybe not actually that likely. I don't really know. I'm going to buy province. Maybe it's a bad idea, but... that's what I'm going to do. Not attacked. That actually makes me feel better about the decision because the save would have been not the best. I guess we play Sage before Minstrel here. On the other hand, maybe that wasn't correct. Alright, we're going to draw both of those, I guess. We can actually buy province again. Holy crap, what the hell? Okay, I guess I'll do it. I mean, if we get attacked here, we can actually have a turn. Well, actually, we have a fishing village in play anyway. Okay. What to sculpt? What to sculpt? I mean, we might just want another diplomat, honestly. In which case, there's no reason to really sculpt it now. We could just play this one. We could take another fishing village. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a fishing village. Okay, now we're going to take another sculptor. Yeah, it doesn't. That doesn't work. We got a fishing village? Maybe I should have saved and bought sculptor. I mean, diplomat. The diplomats are pretty important. I don't know. Alright, I don't mind triggering this shuffle, I think. I mean, our militia misses, but we could potentially take another one, so... That is some diplomats. No doubt about it. We are not going to have... Oh, wait, we don't have a seal play anyway. Never mind. Okay, so let's save and buy another diplomat, I guess. We should save... Well... We don't... We don't get attacked. The save is going to make things a lot harder. Maybe we don't save. If we do get attacked, we'll be fine. If we don't get attacked, we hope that we can find a fishing village with our sage, basically. I probably should get an acting troop at some point so that I just have like some insurance against like a hand like this turning out poorly. I also need to get some water. But I probably am getting attacked here, so I'll wait for a second on that. Okay, so I'm gonna discard down anyway. There's no reason not to react. And I guess now we probably toss the sage. We don't need it anymore. I guess I'll take my turn first. Do that, that. Cannot sculpt, draw. Sad. We could sculpt a potion and buy apothecary. Would give us one villager. And it would give us an apothecary. We'd also put a potion in our deck. Which is of debatable utility. Or we could go for Sage. I guess it's debatable whether that's better than Minstrel here. I mean, Sage is more likely to find a useful card right now, but... Yeah, I think I'll go with the Sage. Okay. Well, we can do it again. We still won't have a villager. I'm getting to the point where I may not want to trigger a shuffle because my sculptors miss. And I could also just take a fishing village, right? That would certainly help. It has 3 fishing villages in play. Okay, well... Attacking him probably isn't going to matter too much one way or another. Yeah, let's go with take a fishing village. Buy a minstrel. All right, water. Oh, that went fast. Okay. There's no reason to play the sage or the diplomat, I guess. And so I'll just draw another sage. I mean, yeah. All right, we're at 7 already. That's good. So what are we sculpting? I mean, we could sculpt a silver. We could also just sculpt another fishing village. Maybe that's better. Combines better with the minstrels. It gives us about as much reliability in the immediate future as the villager would. Silver allows us to save. I'm not sure that I care. Or we could seal with the sculptor. All right, let's just play this militia. Wait, I only have... Oh, no, it hasn't given me the coins yet. I was like, what? I thought I had 7. I mean, I'd probably rather add a fishing village to my deck than not on the whole. So... Oh, but I should have done this in the other order. I was going to do that. That was really stupid. That was really stupid. All right, well... because I gotta play the fishing village, right? Well, do we want a villager? Or do we want a villager and a silver? Or do we want neither of these things? I think slightly inclined towards villager and silver over the alternative. Save honestly just seems like a nombo. Especially if I'm only saving a green card that's not going to miss the shuffle anyway, unless... I didn't get militia'd last turn. I did get militia'd the turn before. Jonts has a long way to go, though. I'm just going to buy the province. No save. Oh, apparently I am going to get attacked. Alright, well, in that case, it didn't matter anyway. I mean, I guess what I was thinking is, if I play enough diplomats, I trigger a shuffle. If I hold a green card out and I don't get attacked, then that green card misses the shuffle. And if I don't get attacked, then like maybe it's too hard to activate the diplomats anyway, and so it's not a problem that I like made it even harder to activate them. But I also wasn't so confident that That was the case anyway. Apparently, jonts did end up with more diplomats than me. That was undoubtedly a mistake on my part. That was a key card. I thought I had gotten to 5 diplomats, but I guess not. This could be a pretty lousy turn. Yeah. If we had drawn the diplomat instead. We didn't. And I guess another minstrel is not going to hurt. We can hold a copper out of our shuffle if we save. But can't buy anything. I would rather have the minstrel than not. You have a fishing village in play. Good. So we can like sculpt and play diplomat. Sculpt fishing village, play diplomat. Well, play fishing village, play diplomat. Whatever. You get the point. But yeah, I should have worked harder to get more of the diplomats. I mean, it's absolutely possible that the early provinces were bad. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Well, I suppose probably want to buy a duchy. There is definitely potential for a sneaky pile out here. Jonts, in theory, can already pile out with 4 gains, 3 from sculptors, 1 from a buy. Now I can. Unlikely, but possible. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to cut it. Well, alright, I should probably save a copper and buy an estate then, I guess. Pretty gross. Pretty gross. That is the situation in which I find myself. I do have a fishing village, that's good. Jonts can find all 3 sculptors. He wins. Seems unlikely that that would happen, given that he has a lot of cards in his deck. He does have all of them in that shuffle. But even so. He may be going for it here. Oh, gosh. Looks like he's got it. That sure does suck. Like, literally, if I could have afforded a duchy last turn. Okay, well. I'm gonna have to actually take a game as first player now. So this is interesting. There's not a way. Oh, Lost Arts. Okay. Okay. So you put Lost Arts on Fisherman or Scheme, or just put it directly on, like, Bridge, maybe? Anyway, I think it's Fisherman Priest is the open. Okay, well, we got the better open, presumably. Scheme. Alright, we are going to get a Witch. There is obviously risk of terminal collision, but I think we got to do it. Scheme looks reasonable here. Gonna want to Lost Arts like pretty quickly because we're gonna get thin and we're gonna have terminal collision, and so we're gonna have to decide where that goes. Scheme, Fisherman, or one of the terminals. Like right now, putting it on Bridge doesn't do anything. And it never does help alleviate the Witch Priest collision, so I guess putting it on Fisherman or Scheme might be the way to go. Okay, so Hans does not have an attack yet. We know we've got our Priest coming up. We also know that our Witch would miss the shuffle if we top deck it, so I think I am actually not going to top deck it. And the question is, do I want another Scheme or do I want a Fisherman? If we're going for a Bridge Megaturn, we don't need the coins from Fisherman. Which means maybe we should have opened Scheme like Jonts did, except we would have been less likely to hit 5 for the Witch. But anyway, I think we buy Scheme here. Being able to scheme the schemes is useful if they are the Lost Arts target. Actually, why don't we just not scheme a card? Right? Taking second Witch here seems like too much, probably. We don't need... We can take another Scheme and, you know, just kind of cross our fingers on hitting 6. We can take another Fisherman. We take the Diplomat now. It's not likely to be activated. Do I need the coin from the fisherman, I guess is the question. Like, I'm down to 1 estate. But... unclear, unclear, unclear. I think I'm gonna take another fisherman. I want to hit 6. That ain't it. What have we got down there? We've got 1 estate, we've got priest, we've got 3 coppers, and we've got another scheme, which means we are not going to hit 6. So... crap, crap, crap. Should have taken 2 fishermen last shuffle rather than 1 scheme and 1 fisherman, I guess. But now that I haven't done that, I guess I'm going to take another scheme. And then... we still don't need to scheme a card. I mean, we can scheme the scheme just for the hell of it, I guess, but... I guess there's no reason not to. Should have done it before, actually. It was probably stupid to not. Okay, so... there is a good chance... well... just take another scheme. Not top deck the priest. Yes. Oh. Priest is top decked whether it wants to be or not. As long as we draw like 1 fisherman or don't draw a witch, we can hit lost arts. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can't hit lost arts here, and we might draw... we could trash the witch. I don't want to do that, though. We have 4 coppers in those 6 cards. 1 fisherman. And 1 scheme, I guess. Oh. I don't know. Maybe I should trash the witch. And then rebuy it. Like, even though I have no terminals in there, and buy bridge first. I'm gonna do it. I'm not remotely confident about how I've approached this, but... alright. I want a bridge. I We go no, we go scheme priest, right? We want to keep thinning. Gotta get the witch back, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to just take diplomats, but especially because they're cheaper. Well, we got 7, so I guess we're gonna take the witch. And John's got to see the bridge before I did because I bottom decked it. Very rude. Very rude. If I play this scheme, I trigger a shuffle, but I can like scheme most of it back onto the top. Okay, so I guess we go scheme. Take a bridge or we take a diplomat? We need draw. But maybe not as badly as we need gains. At some point it stops being correct to top deck the priest, but I'm not sure we're there yet. I wonder what would have happened if I had just rolled the dice playing witch instead of trashing it and actually drawn to 6. Would have been pretty good. Alright, this is probably scheme diplomat. Or scheme. Is that important that we get another scheme? It is the primary village. But you can activate diplomats by playing like bridge or priest in front of them. I think I already have 5 schemes anyway, so like I don't necessarily care about not getting a 6th, assuming I'm not wrong about that, which I might be. I'm not really sure. Played 3 schemes, shuffled, bought a scheme, of which I top decked 1, and then put down another. So it should be 3 schemes and the 2 schemes that I didn't top deck plus 1 that I bought. And then, yeah, I should be at 5 schemes. Let's get the diplomat. Alright, are we top decking the priest again? I think so. I am really behind on the trashing here, but... or at least the cursing. And the bridges, and probably everything. I don't know. I don't think my initial build was quite right. I mean, it was awkward to get things going. I could believe that waiting on Witch until you get Lost Arts was actually correct, but I had the opportunity to take Lost Arts instead of Witch, and I didn't do it. All right. We need some more bridges. We just take 3 bridges. I think we just take 3 bridges. I think we want to top deck the Witch. And probably the Diplomat. Scheme, Witch, Diplomat. Although... the downside of that... like, we don't necessarily want to activate the Diplomat. It could be, like... reaction activate the Diplomat? We go... as long as we draw one more scheme, though. We are pretty likely to. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need the draw. Oh my god, curses are at 3. I'm just gonna lose immediately. I completely forgot that. Okay, well... alright, I am gonna activate this, I think. We got 2 curses in hand. Yeah, I'm... oh! No, I don't immediately lose. Only 2 buys. Okay. Phew! Lucky, for sure, but... province, sure. Don't you want, like, Fisherman Province there? Rather than... nothing? Or Faithful Hound? Guess you could take Faithful Hound. It's still going to be really hard for me to overcome my curse deficit. Really hard. Maybe I should have gotten a second priest. Oh my... okay, never mind. Like, how does my hand look this bad after playing the Witch? Alright, so... we can't even afford Province. So that friggin' sucks. There's like no point in buying Duchy. It doesn't do anything. We need to buy more Diplomats, I guess. Go like Diplomat, Diplomat, Fisherman. Or... yeah. And just hope that somehow jonts can't win the game, which seems really friggin' unlikely. Alright. Yeah. I'd found another bridge. But, yeah. I completely... just... I don't know. I was losing anyway. Uh, I'm not sure, like, whether my early build was bad or whether, like, I just got a little unlucky with not being able to hit 6 for a while. I'm not sure about the, like, trashing the witch to get lost arts. Like, it seemed like the thing to do, but maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely a tough situation. Like, I could have helped myself a little bit if I hadn't, like, the reason I didn't top deck the scheme. Why did I not top deck the scheme? I don't know. There was no point in not top decking it, and then I could have top decked it again and would have had one fewer card that I potentially draw dead with the witch if that situation comes up. So that was a mistake, but I don't think it actually ended up mattering. Maybe it did. I think it was a brain fart to not top deck it though, because I like, for some reason I was thinking like, well, I don't want to trigger a shuffle, but like obviously top decking the scheme doesn't change that. But yeah, like maybe if I take, so the problem is if I take extra fishermen early and then end up with like no schemes in the deck when I take lost arts, like that kind of doesn't help unless I'm putting lost arts on fishermen, which would be an option. You wouldn't get the scheme utility. You would get a coin. I don't know. Maybe that would have been fine. I mean, it can be harder to buy fishermen if you're getting cursed, of course. Yeah, I guess even if I draw another bridge there, I wasn't gonna like be able to defend. Like if I buy a province, I'm still losing. But mostly, yeah, maybe the second priest, not getting the second priest was a mistake as well. I don't know. The build was awkward to get to lost arts, and I am still not at all confident in what the right approach was. Like jonts took a silver, which I guess works better with the terminal draw from witch. So maybe that was the way to go. I mean, I was thinking of it in terms of like, I want to get thin, I want to play bridges, I don't want to have to draw silver, but early on, being able to hit lost arts more comfortably. I mean, I did end up getting lost arts first, but I had to trash my witch to do it, so it was pretty undesirable, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I mean, I'm not like too unhappy with how I played here, despite the fact that I feel like I was a little rusty. It's been like a solid 2 weeks since probably I played any Dominion. But yeah, overall, I can't complain, really. Like, jonts is a really good player. It was a close match. A couple of the games that I lost could have easily gone the other way. I mean, that's undoubtedly true of the games I won as well. But, I think I acquitted myself pretty well. It's disappointing going out this early, given the seed that I had. But unfortunately, like, I hit the bomb, like literally, I think the like second most underseeded player in the tournament was jonts after Mick Senok. So, sometimes that happens. The good thing was with the new tournament format has like a groups of 8 when you're randomized. Your seed is randomized within those groups. So like I was in the group of 33 to 40, and that means that like even if I knew, which I didn't, I mean I wasn't even looking at it, but even if I had known, like, oh, like jonts is in this position and Mick is in that position, like I couldn't have like specifically avoided it. I could have tried to avoid like the entire group by saying like, okay, I want to be either below 40 above 40, whatever, like 40, whether you want to have a seed that's like 41 or higher, or like, 32 or lower, or whatever, like you could maybe do something like that. But I think it's a good thing that you can't like game the system to try to avoid that. But the unfortunate thing for me is that I ended up being the one to get hit with that. I think, otherwise, if I'm playing somebody who's appropriately seated, then I probably win this round and then go into next round with like a really close match against somebody who's like very close to my level instead of somebody who's like noticeably higher. But I mean, it was a good match, right? So like ultimately, I could pretend like I got far enough in the tournament to play like one of the best players and keep it close. So that's something to be proud of. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will probably next up have one of the like league exhibition matches, between season exhibition matches coming up. So until then.